Welcome to Monday Morning Quarterback. I am your host, Ryan Oliver, and today I am joined by a rising star at the quarterback position. I'm talking about 2027 quarterback Josiah Everett. Josiah, how are you?
Good.
Josiah, you were named to our Next Up watch list. That watch list highlights rising stars from the seventh grade class. It's used to identify athletes kind of before they hit the national scene that are really doing great things. You were named to that list because we have a lot of faith in your ability at the quarterback position. You're very versatile. I want you to tell me a little bit about where you see your game at right now and how you feel your progress is.
Where I see my game at right now is probably at pro style right now. Getting used to a lot of new receivers on a new team and not being able to throw any picks this season is also really good too because just now getting to know everybody and it honestly feels good.
Yeah, Josiah, in your own words, what would you say your strengths are on the field?
I would probably say my vision and my accuracy and my ball placement.
Yeah, I would definitely agree with those things. I know you're the type of athlete that's constantly working on your game. You take your craft very seriously. Is there an area of your game that you've identified that you want to progress on specifically? I know most athletes will say everything, but is there an area you look at and you say, okay, like if I can get better here, I can really elevate my game to another level?
Yes, I would probably say my footwork in shotgun because like a lot of times quarterbacks they tend to get lazy under or on shotgun because you get to see everything and the steps you only take really one step, so there's that's probably the main area that I would like to improve on as of right now.
Yeah, absolutely. As I mentioned, you were named to our next up watch list. Congrats on that. I don't know if I said congrats or not, but congrats on that. What did it feel like to kind of have your game recognized on a national level as, a rising star from your class, someone to keep an eye on? What does that say about the progress you've made so far in your game?
It feels good to be recognized by organizations like Youth One, obviously, and it honestly makes me feel good because it feels as if the work is paying off finally, and it honestly is just a blessing, to be honest.
Yeah, you mentioned the work. One thing I like to highlight on Monday Morning Quarterback and all the interviews that I do is I like for athletes to tell us the work they're putting in behind the scenes because, a lot of people might see you play and they might see you score touchdowns and not throw interceptions, but you're doing a lot of work behind the scenes to polish your game at a young age. You're dedicated to a craft already, and a lot of kids your age aren't dedicated to a craft like you are dedicated to the game of football. What is some work that you're putting in behind the scenes to make yourself able to perform when it's game day?
Some work I am putting in is probably early morning training before the game and working with coaches as such as Nico Trainer or Nico Creamer and uh, other people that work for Philly Finest, and this warming up the arm before we get into like the passing and also warming up my feet so I can also get the drop backs ready and just ready to fire before the game.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there a specific or maybe a particular drill or activity that you do that you really enjoy that you feel like it's helped you? Like, is there one that you can like kind of pinpoint? Like, I really like doing this. I feel like it's got me going.
I'd probably say working on the route tree with my coaches, working on like the three ball and all of that, and working on slants and how fast I need to get those out, and the three ball, just the deep ball, working on where the accuracy needs to be and where the ball placement is supposed to be.
Yeah, well, the work you're putting in is paying off. So keep doing your thing, keep working hard behind the scenes with your trainers, your coaches, because they're doing a great job and it's definitely showing in your game. Josiah, for someone that hasn't seen you play, if they come to a game where Josiah Everett is playing quarterback, what can they expect to see?
They can probably expect to see leadership. They could expect to see a lot of like stuff behind the scenes where you don't get to see like a lot of mistakes that you can also fix, and then the play right after is what matters, and probably they're going to see like a lot more touchdowns.
Yeah, yeah. The touchdowns are the fun part, and like you mentioned, you didn't throw any interceptions in your most recent season. That's correct.
Yes.
Yeah, so they're not going to see mistakes in that area. They're going to see someone that's really a rising star and a good arm talent for sure. Um, I want you to tell me a little bit about some things that you like to do outside of football. What are some hobbies that you have?
I'll probably say hanging a lot with friends outside of school. And one thing I really do enjoy is playing the drums with my school band. And another thing is that I really just enjoy music more than half of the time. Like I just like to listen to music, artists, and all that.
Well, see, this is a great segue into my next question. I always ask athletes that interview with me for the first time, what is in your headphones before a big game? What gets you pumped up and gets you going on game day?
I'll probably say Polo G, Lil Baby, Future, and NBA YoungBoy.
Okay, well, you named Polo G first, so I'm assuming there's a reason for him being first. What's your favorite Polo G song? What song do I need to put on to get me hyping during my workouts?
One song I will really like is Polo G Effortless.
Okay, I'm gonna check that. I like Polo G. I haven't heard Effortless, so I'm gonna go check that out. But that's awesome, Josiah. Those artists are, I'm sure, get you pumped up for game day. And I guess whatever you're listening to is working because you're playing well out there on the field. Um, what is something, or let me ask it like this: is there anything else about you that you like people to know that they may not know about you?
Not really that I can think about as of right now.
Okay, well, you guys, this is Monday Morning Quarterback. This is 2027 quarterback Josiah Everett. He's a Monday morning quarterback for this week, a member of our Next Up Watchlist, a Youth One member, a rising star from the 2027 class. Josiah, thank you so much for joining me on Monday Morning Quarterback, man. I really appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.